my daughter. So, and I'm bang in the middle is what I can say, right? So I'm getting old too. I don't realize that, but that is happening. So for today, we'll have Kinney sir. Of course, most of you know. I have known him for a very, very long time. We are in Bangalore, so we meet and we rely on his a lot of help. So, Kinney sir, welcome. And then we also have Rahul Masrekar sir. I'm putting in the last name for Rahul sir because there are a lot of Rahul, including Shah Rukh Khan. So he's our Rahul. So welcome, sir. We have Parichay, so from 95 batch. Not had the uh, honor of talking to him too much, but I have heard him. So welcome, Parichay. And then Ishika, good to see you.
Yeah,
You look bright and excited to be here. We will hear the most current stuff that's happening there in the college from you, right? So we've been out for a long time. At least a lot of us have been out for a long time. Um, so this is one of the many sessions we intend to do. I think there is another one that will be coming up, which will be the Pravasi Bharati thing. That will be another cultural event. So trying to make um, this a kind of a light event and a light beginning to the new year. I know the last year was pretty heavy for all of us. So hopefully this year is going to be better. And moderating today will be Vineet. So Vineet is from 2000 batch. So he is the Y2K problem that we have. Um, older people will know the Y2K problem. The younger ones
yes,
probably will
yes.
not. So he's our
So
Y2K problem.
there's a
So he works as a trainer, consultant, coach, also an artist. We've relied on him for a lot of times for his fantastic stand-up. Of course, he's an educator. He does a lot of training at campuses. He trains corporate houses, startups. He's done sessions with the IIMs, the IITs. So lot of them, and fantastic speaker, of course. Not a guest at Chelsea, and he will be sort of taking us through this session. May I request everyone to mute? Two people talking is a lot of noise. So Vineet will be taking us through the session today, and if you want to know about multifaceted life of
When
Vineet, you may kind of log in at www.vineetbarnawal.com. So he's got his own website. So with that, I'd like to hand over to Vineet. Vineet?
Thank you so much, Ramesh sir, for the lovely introduction. Always a pleasure taking part in Bitosa activities. Like I've always been involved since the time I have interacted more with Neha and you. So thank you for this lovely opportunity with Bitosa Global team. Without wasting too much time, let's jump straight into the webinar. The concept behind the webinar was that we have thousands of alumni, right, spread across the world, and everyone more or less agrees that the best part of our lives was in BIT. So why not bring those memories into play once in a while? Like we have uh, different kind of formal events that we keep doing. So why not have something informal, as Ramesh sir mentioned? So that was the idea, and that is where the idea of reminiscence came up. We debated a lot, discussed a lot of how to format this and to make it a recurring event. So without wasting any time, let's go straight into it. I'll let the wonderful panelists introduce themselves to you in their own words. So let's start with someone who is the most experienced here, the person who has probably seen BIT much ahead than anyone of us ever knew about it. So I'll pass it on to Kinney sir from the 64 batch, who would talk about a bit about himself so that we all know who he is, as well as his life at BIT, how life was in BIT back in the 1960s. So Kinney sir, all yours.
Hi, guys. A very good evening to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon to guys from UK and US. Uh, I'm from 1964 batch. There is a 5-year course, 1964 to 69. And my name is Naveen Kinney. And Ramesh said he's getting old. I'm already there. I'm 74 running now. And just as I mentioned to Vineet yesterday, I have got memory lapses now, pretty serious. But surprisingly, my old memories are still intact. Only the new memories are vanishing, So I may slip up once in a while, and I've been listening to all of you. You are really professional talkers. I'm not a professional talker. The only time I talk is in my factory and my office, where I have a captive audience. They have to say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, that kind of a thing. Anyway, let me go back to BIT. The whole story started in, I think, December 1963 or January 1964. I don't remember. I had applied to all the engineering colleges. In my pre-university, I had biology also, so I could apply for medical too. But unfortunately, I got 100% in mathematics and 68% in biology. So the only place I could get admission was Manipal Medical College. And they wanted a heavenly sum of 15,000 rupees as capitation fees, which my poor father could not afford. Engineering, I applied probably half a dozen places, and I got admission in each and every place. The first place was Regional Engineering College in Bhopal. I was just about to go to that place suddenly when I got a telegram from BIT Mesra saying that send 540 rupees by TMO, telegraphic money order, and come for an interview on such a date. Am I okay? Are you everybody listening?
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you clearly, and people are listening quite intently to what you are saying. Please go ahead.
Okay, good. So I got this telegram saying that first pay the fees and then appear for an interview. The branch will be decided at the time of interview.
Yes, please, sir. Go ahead. There might be some background noise if people have not muted. So that's okay. Please go ahead.
And I'm from the state of Kerala. Until then, I had not stepped out of Kerala. I grew up in small towns in Kerala. Never been to Hyderabad, Bombay, Madras. The only place I had been was to Mangalore, which is just 10 kilometers across the border from Kerala. So I got this telegram and very happy. So took a train without reservation, went to Chennai to Kharagpur to Ranchi. I think it took about 48, 54, including the transit time at junctions. I think it took about 2.5 days to get to Ranchi.
Mm-hmm.
And for a guy who had not left Kerala, I was 16 or 16 and a half at that time. Landing up in Ranchi was a real, I wouldn't call it a cultural shock, but it was a real surprise. People spoke different languages, and people looked different, dressed different, ate different, and it was. And my knowledge of Hindi was a bookish knowledge. I had done, I think, 4 or 5 years of Hindi as a third language in school, and I landed up there. My bookish Hindi. Tumhara naam kya hai? Aap kaise hai? Like monosyllable. Landed there. Went to the university. Went to the college, and had my interview. And Dr. Chatterjee was interviewing me. He was the principal as well as head of the Department of Telecom.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me what branch. In fact, I had no interest in doing engineering, but those days, every middle-class family wanted their children to be engineers or doctors.
Right.
And even at that time, I had about 10 cousins who were engineers. Today, this evening, I counted. I had 28 cousins, nephews, and nieces who have done engineering, and almost two-thirds of them are in US, okay, and a couple of them in Australia, okay. So I landed up there. The principal asked me, what do you want? I said, I'll take up telecom. I didn't know what telecom engineering was. Principal was very happy, and I think everything okay? There's a lot of crosstalk.
Yeah, Naveen, sir, you can continue.
Okay. The prospectus warned us that our annual expenditure will be 3,000 rupees, including 600 rupees tuition fee and rest hostel, food, etc. And that was supposed to be a huge amount. I'll give you a comparison. Two of my cousins joined BHU. my best mess bill used to be 70 rupees. Their mess bill used to be 25 rupees.
Oh,
Okay,
wow, that's quite a difference.
my fees was 600 rupees. Their fees was 100 rupees, annual fees. So that was the difference, And we had a vegetarian mess, one mess for the entire hostel, whereas BHU guys, in a small hostel, they had 5-6 different messes, even for 25-30 people. They had Marathi food, South Indian food, Bengali food, etc., etc., and all within 25 rupees monthly bill. Anyway, I have jotted some points because of my memory. And like I said, landing in Ranchi was a total surprise. Initially, apart from, it was cold. We were used to a winter temperature of 22 degrees and summer temperature of 40 degrees. And when we landed there, I think it was February, March, it was 18 or 19 degrees, which is pretty cold for us.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, most people made fun of our South Indian accents, and frequent taunts of Madrasis did not help. I don't know whether those things exist today, but first, I remember up to first, second year, people used to call us Madrasis and make fun of our taunts. But then I found my Hindi was as good or as bad as the English spoken in the institute by all the North Indians, except for those metro kids from the metro, who had gone to St. Stephen and St. Xavier's and all this stuff. So it was pretty bad during the 6 months. The ragging was crude and rude, and I'm glad it is. Is there any ragging nowadays?
No ragging now, sir. Strict rules.
It was pretty
please continue,
rude,
sir.
pretty rude and crude. Plus this climate, the food, the people, it was quite upsetting. And I just wanted to take the train back home. But sir, I survived first 3, 4, 5 months. Then everything was all right. And everything about Girdal, the canteens and etc., etc. And BIT was a part of Ranchi University. Today it's a deemed university. Ranchi University, and I must thank my degree for Ranchi University and Karpuri Thakur, who frequently came out with grace marks, who was the education minister those days. And being part of Ranchi University and being located in Ranchi, we had several strikes in the year. Almost every other month there was a strike. And colleges used to be closed for 10 days, 15 days. And we used to rush off to Jamshedpur or Calcutta and dump ourselves in our classmates' houses, invited or uninvited guests. And we also had a couple of very serious Hindu-Muslim riots.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, college used to close sine die. That means until further notice. So we had to take a train home, unreserved compartment, go to Kharagpur, change, take the Madras mail. And we were like, jam-packed in the unreserved compartment, but we were young. And those compartments mostly had soldiers going home. Right. South Indian soldiers, Tamil and Kannada and Malayali speaking. They were good company. We used to share the upper berth, taking turns during the 24 hours. They used to give us the army rum and water. They were so hospitable, these soldiers. It was fun. And those days, we had 7 hostels. We were, at least my batch, we were lucky that we were most of the time in the 1, 2, or 3, or 4. We went outside campus. I think I was in 5 or 7 for 1 year. Okay. And most of the people had cycles to come, which I could have afforded if I had stopped gambling and stopped drinking and smoking, but I didn't have a cycle in those days. And like I said, the mess was vegetarian, and we could buy eggs from the villages outside and get the omelets made.
That's very interesting, sir. So we understand, from what you are sharing, the initial part was really tough and quite exciting in the sense that quite a bit of experience that you talk about of things going wrong around you and how you cope up with that. So that's quite interesting. But
I wonder similar situation exists now, but I'm sure things have changed.
Yeah, what after that? Once you got used to life at Ranchi, being from the south and life in the institute, what makes it memorable, what are the points of the BIT life that you remember now?
I remember a lot. I tried to jot down this evening. I had gone out for lunch. This 4 o'clock, I started jotting down. Uh, like I said, the food was vegetarian, and just outside the campus gate, there was Singhji's canteen. I don't know what those things exist now. And the Singhji's canteen used to give mutton curry. So we used to get the rice from the mess and Singhji's rice and rotis from the mess and get the chicken curry or mutton curry in the Singhji's canteen and run a monthly account. And like we used to have a monthly account in Girdhalal's canteen, you know, at the end of the month, 12 rupees, 15 rupees, which was a huge amount those days, you know.
Right.
And we used to joke around saying that ever since Singhji opened the canteen, gradually all the dog population around the area vanished. You know, so apparently he was supposed to have been giving us dog meat. Those jokes may be carried, but are they still valid? Or probably there are no Singhji canteens now.
No canteens now. So thank you so much, Naveen sir, for the lovely description of a part of the BIT life till now. We'll come back to you in a while once we have gone through all the other panelists as well, and we'll probably compare how life has changed from the 60s to now.
Sure.
So folks, from the 60s, let's time travel 60 years, more than 60 years to today. So from the glorious past to the wonderful present and promising future, let us hear from someone who is currently a part of BIT as a student, someone who is still there in the final year. And let's hear from Ishika from the 2K17 batch, how life at BIT is right now after her small introduction by her. Ishika, can you come in, please?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. Thank you, sir. So, hi everyone, this is Ishika. I'm in final year, currently pursuing chemical engineering. So I would like to start like there were no, as Naveen Kini sir said, there was no interviews and all for branch selection. Now we have directly mains, and according to that we are assigned like branches. So I was lucky enough that I got the college in the hometown itself. My parents were literally very happy that my daughter has not to go like other places or away from Ranchi. So it's like when I entered the BIT, it was so spacious, it was so green, it was vast. Then after that, I entered the hostel room. Literally. Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, Ishika.
So when I entered the hostel room, there were only 2 beds and a table and a cupboard. It was like nothing at all. In a small room, 2 people are staying. It was like the whole BIT is so spacious, and they are not giving a big room to like live. It was so heartbreaking. The next day we went to classroom. Now classroom are like PVR. They have so comfortable seats and ACs all around. Although ACs are not working, but still we have ACs in our room. And it's like in PPTs are there. Teachers are playing their PPTs, and I think students like from the backbenchers, they are with the Redmi phone. They're connecting their phone and watching movies. It's like now the scenario is this. And also the best part I like about BIT, like after all these classes and all, we used to assemble all the BIT students used to assemble in IC Arena. They were stalking each other, like hanging out. It was the best part I think we have in BIT.
Thank you, Ishika, for your lovely description of what life currently now in BIT is. Before we go ahead, just a couple of points which I would like to mention. At the time of Kini sir, as he mentioned, the entire course was 5 years. So he had like 1 year extra fun compared to the rest of us who were a part of 4-year course. And one thing that Ishika earlier informed us that because of the COVID thing, since all the classes are online, everybody is getting a 10 GPA in every subject. Okay, so for all the people like me who were non-toppers, probably we would have loved to do our engineering at this point of time.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Today results are out, and everybody's status was "Thank you, Corona, for this result." They were actually thanking Corona for this result. It's so
fantastic. So I believe I would have loved to be in your batch. So now we have seen the stark contrast, right? What Kini sir described, that difficulties and challenges that he used to face that point of time. And what Ishika described, like now you have AC rooms and seats like PVRs and everything, where like you are mostly enjoying life and logging on to Wi-Fi and watching movies in the middle of the class. So quite a drastic transition. Let's go back to the 70s, late 70s, where I would invite our other panelist, Rahul Masurekar sir, to come in and let us know a bit about himself, as well as what life in the late 70s and early 80s used to be. That, if you remember, that was a time of lot of political turmoil and upheaval in the country and society. So Rahul sir, if you could just let us know a bit about yourself, as well as talk about how life in BIT was in late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And for the likes of Kinney, cheers.
Yeah.
Class with me. First of all, thanks to the organizers for having given me this invitation, although as a replacement for Neeraj Sharan. Count myself lucky. Even I've jotted points, so I'll go through it. Yeah, the invitation and the journey to BIT started because I didn't qualify for any of the local good colleges. On the day I got my telegram, similar telegram that Kinney got, I was winding my way in a bus to Bagalkot, a remote place in Karnataka, interior Karnataka, to take a seat over there. And I hated the place when I reached it. So the decision was made that I'm going to go and see what BIT is. So I got 4 advices. One from an old man who was a BHU pass out from the 40s or 50s. He said, "Both, this is going to be the best part of your life." Another batchmate of mine from school told me, "Hey, Bihar, why are you going there? That's a place for dacoits and thugs." Right? My uncle, who wanted me to be over here and, share a hand in the business, told me, "Go. If you don't get a seat, look around Benares and come back." And later on, of course, when I did get an option to be here, my dad told me, go to Ranchi, be there. You'll find people from all places. Don't grow up with the same crowd over here, right? Go and see some, what shall I say, variety. So the journey started. The baptism was by fire in BIT. I was hijacked. Right after the interview itself, people didn't bother about my guardians waiting for me, people who had, taken me down there to the college. But then, they left me in the evening after treating me in the best South Indian joint in town, right? And in perspective, if looking back, I felt ragging was good. It kind of brought about a disruptive, in today's language, disruptive engagement with the senior batches, which otherwise wouldn't have happened. We would have remained in our comfort zones with our friends, because later on, the seniors were the ones who guided us and showed us our way as we went through whatever guidance was needed. So we spent most of our time, the initial months of time in college, discovering the ways in and out of college, other than the main throughfare through the main gate, because going through the main gate was a spot for ragging. Right? And a lot of freedom came, without much responsibility. You had the choice to do whatever you wanted, not being supervised by parents at home, out of sight for them. And of course, let me admit that at our time, there was very, very minimal interference from the staff. Unless you did something extremely wild, people wouldn't bother, right? So attend class at your will. And here I'd like to share, a friend of mine, a batchmate of mine recently shared with me that he went through the whole 4 years at college. In fact, 5 years for him, because he missed the first year. He joined late, fell ill, he couldn't go through. So he complete his engineering with our batch right from the first year. And because it was kind of below his dignity to insult to him to sit in a class with juniors, he didn't attend even one class right through his 4 years.
That's amazing.
Top honcho sitting somewhere in the West, right? Running, a multinational company, a well-known multinational. I won't use names over here. Right? The second thing was watching movies in the auditorium, right? And yeah, something unique like, culture shock, Kinney mentioned. culture shock, which was enjoyable all the same. We got to do whatever we wanted. If there was a good scene, right, people would generally ask for a repeat. There would be, if there was a chorus of repeat, then finish. The poor project guy who was projecting the movie had to turn it back because movies came hardly once in 2 months or once in a quarter, I guess. So, and of course, they would be already outdated, probably already seen in theaters when we visited home. Guys would throw slippers at, at the villains whom they didn't like. This was the kind of wild behavior that we witnessed over there, right? Then, of course, BITNs were like a exclusive class in Ranchi, in the local communities. We could throw our weight around either at the bus stop, cinema theaters, like we were the damads of the place, son-in-laws of the place, even in the train, in the local stations or whilst we were in, traveling locally. So that was, I remember one incident, there was a movie, I don't remember the name, with Feroz Khan and others, memory lapse now, where we all stormed. If BIT was visiting a theater, local theater, then the theater would have to be kept reserved for us. Of course, all of us were generally ethical. We would pay up the amount for the movie, but the theater would be reserved. And by and large, nobody went to a theater and got turned back, however houseful it would be. Then, of course, along with this freedom came all the exposure to vices. You had a choice. Everything was available. And those had to indulge. Luckily, not many went overboard. Right?
That's interesting.
We did a lot of travel, right? And number of trips we made. I mean, you would get time on the weekends and the option of bunking classes was there. I went with friends twice to Nepal, Calcutta a number of times, Puri in Orissa, Delhi for the Asiad. And many of these journeys, we ran out of money. Probably we started with a ticket. Quite a few times, the return trip was without a ticket. I remember one trip we went to Nepal and Gorakhpur, we had to pay a heavy amount. We got cheated because of crossing the border. We were carrying simple things like cassettes and stuff, and we got swindled there. We made the journey from Gorakhpur right up to Patna. Hajipur, one station before Patna, 3 of us with one ticket. One guy sat with the luggage, the other 2 kept changing compartments depending on where the TT was. Came to Hajipur, went outside, bought 2 tickets from Hajipur to Patna. And in Patna, again, we found that the guy on whom we were depending, the local contact from whom we would take money wasn't there. Had dinner with bananas at Patna station and then made another ticketless journey from Patna to... Right, so... And I had a friend, one of the constant travel companions was a guy who invariably got caught for attendance. Because I at least attended class when I was on campus. This guy didn't do even that. And so he ran short of attendance and he would return after the journey, generally shaven bald, and he would have killed some relative of his. And when he came and reported to the staff, somebody died, grandfather died, grandmother died. So evoke sympathy and, get excused. We had a lot of time to indulge our hobbies, sport, get high, grow up, do just plain hawabazi, table tennis till late in the night. I remember getting up one exam morning and then finding 2 of my batchmates coming and telling me, "Raat ko 3 baje tak tash khel rahe the." These kind of weird things would happen. So guys got to do by and large whatever they wanted. And as long as you kind of performed in the exam, studies were probably the last thing on our mind. But as of the same time, an essential item. The kind of gloom would descend on the campus or on the batch, because it was never that all batches has exams at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The batch would have exams. Guys would start studying probably 15 days before the exam. Some guys would lock them up. I was one of them. Lock themselves up, study. And of course, along with that happened the tea sessions in the night. Exam times, normally the butru came from the mess carrying tea. And that was the time everybody looked forward to stand in the lobby and have chai pe gupshup, used to happen then in the lobby. And yeah, so that's how the journey was. I can go on and go on, but I was given a limitation of 3 minutes. In 4 years, we were seniors. So we had transformed by the time, from boys to men, actually. We could start managing our own affairs over there. We needed somebody to handhold us while we came into college. We got out of college, kind of capable. Although we lived in a kind of insulated atmosphere in college, without the pressures of the professional world. But we were ready for it. I don't know how it happened. Then came the anxiety of jobs. Not many got employed on campus. And then sadly, we all dispersed to where our professionals took us.
Very interesting, sir. Very, very interesting. Thank you, Rahul, sir, for this colorful and brilliant depiction of life at BIT with all the ups and downs. Very, very beautiful indeed. So before we go to the next panelist for the day, just want to inform you guys that we recently just hit 100 people live on our webinar right now. We already have folks and alumni from all parts of the world, UK, US, Tokyo, India, Southeast Asia. So we are doing pretty well, I guess. I mean, the global family is taking part in this initiative, and we really appreciate that. So now moving on to the next panelist, a person who was a part of BIT when it underwent the most amount of transition, like late 90s and early 2000s was the time when this Indian society, the BIT culture, technology wise, everything went through a huge amount of transition. And we have someone amazing from that time, Mr. Parichai Srivastava. So Parichai sir works in UK right now. So would you want to guide the whole audience through how it was during your time, life at BIT, and also a few words about yourself before you do that? Parichai sir, all yours.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Vineet. Yeah, a lot of those transitions were not because of me, but yeah, I might have played a role in some of them. Princess Diana died, I think, when I was there. Still sad about it whenever I watch the
हमारे कॉलेज के बच्चे 4 जनरेशन के बच्चे अपने बारे में बता रहे हैं कॉलेज
Deepesh sir, you might need to put yourself on mute. Yeah, Parichai sir, carry on, please.
Yeah, so my name is Pari, which is a short form of Parichai, but it means fairy in Hindi. As you can see, I'm anything but a fairy. I was ugly then, I'm ugly now. So there's no difference. I've maintained that. Just let me look at my chuttas here. I made some chuttas just like I used to when I was in BIT. So yeah, I mean, I have like fantastic memories from the first day. BIT was probably the place where I sort of, in 4 years, Rahul sir said that, he became a man from a boy. Fortunately for me, I was a boy then, and I was a boy even when I was leaving it. So, that's one thing that stayed with me. I have so many different memories. My brain is just freezing right now listening to wonderful stories that Rahul sir said, because a lot of things are still the same when we were there. The whole kind of I call it like the learning how to do BS. I mean, for me, I literally had no talent. I'm not good looking. I've got no musical talent, no dancing, no painting, nothing. And I sometimes wonder, what did I do in BIT, And I could just find one answer to that. And the word that I could think of was bakar. Now, I wouldn't say what's the second part of that is, because it's not the right forum, but I'm sure people will understand. But that's the thing. I mean, for me, the sum total of staying in BIT was learning to do this bakar. And in English, it is obviously usually like it's loosely translated as BS. So I think for me, that's the memory. I mean, you might have heard of this 10,000 hour rule, and that I'll get you to the story of why Babas are called Babas. So the 10,000 hour rule is that if you practice something for 10,000 hours, you'll become excellent at it. And the only thing I can say in those 4 years, you take 35,000 hours or whatever you were there for 4 years, we became excellent at BS. And we just mastered the whole art. And some of us did a bit extra. Like myself, I was not satisfied with just finishing the stuff in the sort of usual terms. I went there for summers too. I just went there for the first summer engineering drawing. I flunked that. I went there. Some of my friends who are here went there for all the 4 summers. So you can imagine how good they got at it, right? And then we had some of them who decided that even 4 summers in 4 years is not enough. They decided to stay longer, and in doing so, they become real Babas. They achieve nirvana, right? So that's the story. You might be wondering why Babas are called Babas and not super seniors like in other colleges. That's because that's what they did. So yeah, I've got lots of other memories. Maybe I'll come to that later. But yeah, by the way, I studied. What did I study? Yeah, I studied electronics and communication engineer. I remember it now.
Fantastic, Paricha sir. Thank you so much for the description of life at BIT during your times and your experiences. Just plain wonderful. Before we move to the next part of the webinar, let's involve the audience a bit. So let us see from the audience about their experience of BIT. So I will just put forward a few questions one by one, and the audience has to respond with a yes or a no. Simple yes, no responses, okay? So because we were talking about attendance some time back, so this is the first question for the audience, okay? Reply with a yes or a no. Did you provide proxy attendance for more than 3 friends in the same class? Did you ever give a proxy attendance for more than 3 friends in the same class? Okay, okay. It's like a tsunami of yeses, just 1 or 2 no's. Somebody said they have given a proxy of 7 people. Somebody says almost daily. Okay, okay, amazing. So quite a few brave hearts here, more than 3 people proxy in the same class. So let's see if there are further brave hearts. I mean, the next level. Did you give a proxy attendance for someone from the opposite gender in your class? Okay, okay, we have 1 or 2 yeses, but mostly no. Lot of ha-has. Okay, no, no. Oh yeah. So Inderpal Singh sir says yes, being a Sardar, and gave 1. Okay, I also gave proxy attendance for the opposite gender a few times in my class. So yeah, quite interesting, quite amazing responses from the audience. Okay, so one more question before we move back to the webinar and to the panelists. Okay, the question now is that, do you remember hearing from the EEE lab assistant during the first lab class as part of the safety demonstration? 15 साल पहले इस सर्किट के पीछे एक छिपकली गई थी, आज तक वापस नहीं आई. पीछे कभी मत जाना. Say yes if you. Okay, okay.
कंप्यूटर साइंस वो भी लिखने वाले
I think I am getting muted in between. So someone needs to mute their yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, I think I was muted towards the end. So let's go back to the webinar. Let's go back to the panelists and talk about something else. So let's hear from them. According to them, which is the most funniest event or incident that they experience in BIT, which probably they can't forget about. So this time, let's start with, we'll just modify the sequence a bit. So let's start with Rahul sir. So Rahul sir, would you want to take the lead on this, please?
Funny scenes. No, not now. I'll just make it pass. Maybe a little later. I'll put up my hand. Let me just see what was good. Some trivials maybe there. I don't have anything solid. So. I'll let it-
Okay, okay. So Paricha sir, would you want to share this any funny story from your side? Okay, Paricha sir replies the Chipkali is still hiding probably behind the circuit. Good one. So
Yeah, I think the Chipkali never left, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, for us, for me, I mean, there's so many things, but one thing stands out. I mean, engineering college are, mostly definitely skewed towards more males and fewer females, right? So it was no different in our batch. And we had this story is not from my branch, but from our mechanical engineering friends, yeah? So in our batch, there was a 95 batch, and a few of our friends joined like 6 months later. So they were called the 0.5 batch, right? So our mechanical friends were, before the 0.5 batch joined, they were all boys, so they would just be loitering around in the corridors because the architecture wing was near there. So most of them would be just, standing and, looking through the window and then coming out at the right time out of the door and all that. But all these guys, would be you would just meet them, shabbily dressed or whatever, there were a few really, guzzlers there as well. But then suddenly something around 5th or 6th semester, things suddenly changed because our 0.5 colleagues, friends, joined us. And in that batch, there was one female, okay? And suddenly all of these guys started to really dress up and make an effort. I mean, they'd put deodorants and whatnot, and, they'd come back during lunch and shave again. The guy who just, they would never shave. They would come back, shave again, and go back. And this was when we were in Hostel 6, right? So they would come to the outer campus and go back again. And it was just a sea change in these guys. And, the typical, like, I'm also part of that, just always being scared to talk to the girls. So there was one funny incident where one of my close friends, I won't name him, this guy had started to make these changes, and then one day he was just coming back and he was like, just humming Gungunar and all that. He's just very happy. So I said, "Aaj hua kya bhai?" तो बोला आज बात हुई. आज क्या बात क्या हुई? बोला ऐसी मैं जा रहा था तो उसने पूछा मुझसे. मैंने कहा क्या पूछा? बोला उसने पूछा कि क्लास कहाँ है? मैंने कहा बस और कुछ बात हुई नहीं, बस ये पूछा उसने, आज बात हुई कि क्लास कहाँ है. उस पे मतलब they were so happy. कि मतलब, so this thing sticks out. I'm sure there are other incidents, but this just highlights the this skew that we have in our college, right? Like guys would be like trying to do everything they can to impress, or most of them will be end up like I did, just not getting hitched. So that's one thing that stands out for me.
Very, very interesting, sir. That was quite a funny incident that you talked about. So let's now go to the back to the 60s and hear from Naveen Kini, sir. Anything funny or hilarious that he can remember from his era?
Not exactly funny, Vinit, but little odd, because we were in the days of triodes and tetrodes and pentodes, and transistor had just come in. And throughout our 5 years, I don't think I ever saw IC, integrated circuit, okay? And all the labs were well equipped, electrical machines, mechanical, civil. Our lab was pathetic, electronics. And we had 1 or 2 oscilloscopes, we are not allowed to touch it, okay? I remember the brand, Ratan Shah Simpson or something, we're not allowed to. But with all that, I must tell you, and this is the gospel truth, I came 11th rank in the university. Okay, it's a different matter. We were only 12 students. Okay,
very interesting.
No, this was a fact, and this joke came out in a movie, Three Idiots or something. I said somebody stole my joke. It was not a joke; it was a fact. But the funny part of it is the guy who came 12th He just couldn't pass exam, but he was very good technically. I don't
Mhm.
want to give his name, but you will guess his name. He went on to do masters elsewhere, came back and he became a professor in BIT.
Oh wow, that's
Okay.
that's something. That's quite something. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. So now we move to Ishika. So Ishika, anything funny or memorable you can remember from your experience of BIT which you
I
want to
think
share
there
with
are
the
many,
people?
sir. Like I'll list one or two.
Yeah, please
Like
go ahead.
so it was the first day of college. Nobody knows where is the class, and the whole BIT seems identical. Even every class seems identical. So we used to do like in our class, 2 or 3 people were known. झुंड एक होता है ना सर, एक झुंड रहता है हम लोग क्लास का, हम लोग उसी को फॉलो करते हैं, वो चाह जहां भी जाए उसी को फॉलो करते करते क्लास पहुंचते हैं. ये सबसे फनीस्ट था कि हम लोग को पता ही नहीं कि क्लास कहाँ है. वी आर जस्ट following that झुंड. And one day what happened that we are following a झुंड of up like class में boys, and they were going and we are also following them. So what happened that boys went to boys washroom, and we were about to go, then we realized that this is boys washroom. This was like uh, not knowing where the class is, and this all happened. And also
Very
sir,
interesting.
one thing I like to write, like in the first semester we are like, we'll get the highest package and all. We started, me and my roommate started purchasing like all the books and all. And
Mhm.
we were like, we'll study hard and we will score good marks and all. So after being like, after 1 or 2 months, we realized that there is nothing use of that book. We just spend like 2 or 3 thousand rupees on that book, and there is no use of. एक रात पहले जो नोट्स आता है उसी से इंसान पास करता है. तो यही था. और like the next semester or next year we purchased that book to our juniors कि जो हम झेले भाई वो तुमको भी झेलना है. हम 2-3 हजार लगाए तो तुमको भी 2-3 हजार लगाना है. So it was like some of the things that I remember
Very
about that
interesting.
time.
I remember like this book from the book story, that when we used to go to Sujata or some other hall to watch movies, and we used to realize in those days there was no internet, right? So if the movie was pathetic, we used to come back to the hostel and tell everyone that, "Arey yaar, kya amazing movie, a best acting, best story." So that why should only we suffer, right? So as
Exactly,
Amit
sir.
mentioned on the chat, Sujata special, yeah, right, Sujata special. So thank you, Ishika. Now we move to Rahul sir. So I'm pretty sure amongst all the hundreds of memories that have been coming to his mind, he would have zeroed in on one or two to share. Rahul sir, all yours.
Oh, sure. Two things I'll share with you.
Yeah.
One thing, during our time, it was very, very unfortunate and risky if you fell ill on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Because the doctor over there was known as a Ghoda doctor.
Okay.
You know, apparently he had a veterinary degree, I think, and he was used to treating horses. So nobody wanted to fall in and get treated by him. So that was one episode. The other thing is, I'm going to reveal to you how cheating happened in BIT during my time. And that was a secret, I think, only the failures and the toppers knew about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it was by design, right? Get everybody promoted. That the college normally had exams for one batch at a time only. So what the failure guys would do, that they would go to the college professors and try and play with their integrity and, organize. The organized way was go to the peons who are arranging the seat numbers and get their seats marked next to the windows. Okay? Whichever floor.
Interesting.
So carry a chutta into the classroom. Of course, dare not get talked with it because we had a professor who was nicknamed Hanuman, right? Who would generally, and he would just straight away rusticate you. You would lose the points for that exam. So these guys would go arrange their seats next to the window. And as soon as the exam started, the first thing they would do is write down the questions on a chutta, right?
Right.
And drop it out of the window, right? Once that was done, and there would be collectors from the other batch, collect those chuttas, run to the hostel. In the hostel, they would have toppers from probably the previous batch sitting down there waiting for the papers. And those guys would solve the paper. There would be other failure association members from either the senior batch or junior batch, comrades, and they would copy down the answers and then go and place them in the toilets. By the time, the minimum time, waiting time to go to the toilet, right, was something like an hour or something out of the 3-hour exam, would have finished, and then all these guys would walk out of their places to the toilet, pick up their chuttas from there. It would have been placed in a pre-decided places, pick them up, come back and do the writing. I don't know how much it worked, but of course, I'm also guilty of having participated as a topper in solving some questions once. So these are
Wonderful,
two things. There are many
wonderful.
other things, of course, but
Yeah.
I think we can
So
go
this
ahead. Yeah.
this inventiveness and this innovation in getting through exams, plus the capability to do Bakar, as Parichai sir mentioned earlier, is what I think one of the hallmarks of more or less all BITians. So thank you, Rahul sir, for your inputs. And somebody just mentioned in the chat, no mention of PMC till now. That's because the next question or audience question that was supposed to come was regarding PMC. So again, a yes/no question for the audience.
1 second, Vineet.
Yes, Ashish sir.
Yeah, so Kapil sir, I think wants to say something. So Kapil sir.
Yeah, if you can unmute him, please.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Kapil sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do you have to say something, sir?
No, I have heard everything right from 70s to the 80s and the present day. In our time, there was nothing. We were only 60, three batches, mechanical, electrical, and civil. And the first 2 years, it was a joint classes. So everybody knew there is a one hall where one will do. And only on third year and fourth year, we were separated into 3 batches.
Okay.
And when we joined, it was a second batch. We were in the hostel number 2. Third and fourth were under construction. By the time we finished, the fourth and the fifth already had come. There were no restaurants, no canteen and things like that. Except that during those days, there used to be a rickety bus available from the BIT to the city. So what you say, the total hall was booked. That luxury was not available during those days. And I remember one occasion where I was in the second year then, where after seeing the movie, when I came out, I was mistook by the local people, somebody and we had a good amount of a beating. and the local police had to escort us back. And then our principal was Colonel Pandeji, who was my uncle who had done in BHU, was his DC Motors teacher. So moment I went there, first occasion he said, "Are you related to the Kapil family?" So I said, "Yes, he's my uncle number 2. Uncle number 1 had also done from the BHU." So that was a rapport which we used to create it. And we were so small in number that during the evening sports time, the tennis used to be playing and the principal himself, Colonel Pandey, used to come himself. So those were the days which were very funny, but anyway, but nowadays what you feel, so many faculties are there. Unfortunately, I had been very near to the Ranchi in Balasore, but unfortunately could not visit there, though we had because I am now ex-DRDO, later on joined the DRDO through the services after the 65 and 71 operation. So a lot of things were going on, and the first rocketry, what you call the syllabus, was in BIT. So those were the things which still I remember. And I have still memories. My own classmate is from Kanpur, and we were very lucky that we were 3 from Kanpur. So that is the situation, and I'm in still contact with my colleague from Kanpur. Though I belong to Kanpur, my parental properties are still in Kanpur. My youngest brother is also in Kanpur. But I hate being in Kanpur, though I did my BSc. It was a great occasion there that out of the 20 in the mechanical branch, all of us were BSc. So that was the situation where we had to do it. Thanks very
Wow,
much for giving an opportunity to me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kapil sir. It's our pleasure and our honor to have you speak here. So just for the audience who might not know him, Kapil sir is from the 1956 batch. So
he must be close to 80 years. He sounds hale and hearty.
83.
83. You sound fantastic, Kapil. Keep it up.
Thanks very much.
So guys, I mean, fantastic to hear from him how life in BIT was when still the construction of buildings and everything was still going on. So thank you so much, sir. And now we can move to the next part of the webinar. So before we do that, a few audience questions just to see how much the audience still relates and remembers the times at BIT. So again, yes or no question. Did you ever go to the PMC, short for Pia Milan Chowk, with a girlfriend or boyfriend? Did you ever go to PMC with a girlfriend or boyfriend? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, write in the chat, please. Ha 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 is not an answer. The answer is either yes or no. So for all the audience people writing ha ha ha, try again. Okay. Lot of answers, lot of yeses, and that is quite surprising. Like I was thinking more of a 40-60 ratio, but it seems mostly yeses. Quite interesting. So before
somebody said I lived there. Who is that?
Parichya sir is so jealous of that guy already. Yeah. So yeah, from the PMC question, how many of you been there with your girlfriend or boyfriend? I just want to share one audience story that had come out, that they were having evening snacks and they heard a Baba, Parichya sir's favorite, in that same table sitting next to them, saying, "Aaj sham ko main Shweta ko institute se PMC tak chhod ke aaya." And the other Babas got very curious and asked, "Arey, how can it be possible? बात कैसे क्या?" बोले नहीं, मैं उसके 5 मीटर पीछे चल रहा था, but उसको छोड़ के आया. So that is what another aspect of PMC that I wanted to share with you from the audience memories. Okay, guys. So now we move to the next part of the webinar, where we will get to know from the esteemed panelists, which is the one thing from BIT that always stays with you. I remember, like, when I had asked this question informally to a couple of friends earlier, and Neha, and she said, husband or bacha, that stays with you all through, right? So what is that experience, or what is that thing from BIT that stays with you all through your life? So this time, let's start with Ishika, the youngest from the panelists, and we'll go in the reverse order. So Ishika, please, what is something from BIT that will stay with you, you think?
I think both online and offline classes versions, literally.
Okay.
Like in online classes, we have, it means BIT make me a new person. From I was introvert person, and from introvert to extrovert person. Like when I was in 12th, I didn't even talk to like strangers or something, and I'm like, कोई भी आ जाए यार, सबसे बात कर लेंगे, कोई डर ही नहीं, कोई नर्वसनेस नहीं है, जो भी सामने सब बोल देंगे. It's like now.
Fantastic, Ishika. Thank you so much. So now we move to Parichya sir. Parichya sir, what is something from BIT that will stay with you all through? Apart from the capability to do Bakar that we have already heard from you.
So I'll just carry on in the same way. It's, for me, it was the lingo. When Kenny sir talked about when he went there and it was a culture shock. I mean, I came from Bhopal, right? So it is not like as much culture. I mean, it's a Hindi-speaking area, so it was not like that. But still, the lingo. The moment you enter BIT, the words start to come from all directions, right? I mean, I like, Muski, Kochi, Kaji, Bakar, Paitra, PMC, Garda, Gach, Salamar ho jayega. ना सकेंगे. You know, it's just, or you know, the life, which is like, you know, you had so many. Everybody, especially the guys, would know, you know, Jeevan ke kattu sach, you know, the galiyan is. For me, I always think of it this way. We entered, most of us, I mean, it was all still technical. We tried to enter the college and graduate as either an engineer or architect or pharmacy. It's a technical subject. But in the end, I think what we learned is more sort of humanity subjects, you know. We came out being more, you know, more aware of the language than literature. We, you know, all these Galians, it's just like crazy. Even though I come from Bhopal, which is renowned for its Galis, we took it up a notch there, right? It was like, you know, you could use a Gali as every part of a sentence, right? Every figure of speech, everything. So that was in terms of language, you know, we learned that. And then all other art forms as well. I mean, I'm sure lots of guys are here and they would remember, you know, appreciation of art and cinema. I mean, you think about all the guys who would watch all kind of subversive stuff in the college. In our times, it was mostly about, you know, people had got new computers, right? So they would be watching these interesting movies in the night, you know, all the guys would get together and there would be a lot of that going on. It was really appreciation of really good art forms, you know. These days, all of that is available on the internet. But it was, and then some of them went into books and a lot of them flocked to Mini Sujata in our time. Mini Sujata was the great art house center in Ranchi. People loved it. So that was the other thing, you know, this is, and in terms of fine dining and wining, you know, we came to know of several things, you know. It was not that fine, it was a bit coarse. We started to have experience of the normal liquid forms as well as some other substances were enjoyed by people, you know, which was freely available. In my final year, I still remember fondly, I mean, the amount of bhang we consumed. One of our friends from Banaras had got it right from, you know, Kashi Vishwanath temple. And it was just crazy. So, you know, we just learned more of these extracurricular or more arty or humanities subjects. That's what's going to stay with me. But before we end, I think one thing I'd like to just say is the most important thing that will stay is not to take life too seriously. I mean, this year in our batch, we lost a dear friend. It was surreal in COVID times. We attended a funeral of our dear friends. And if you think I am a bullshitter, I mean, he was in a league of his own, but we lost him this year. So that's one thing which will stay, like life is just too small and precious, you know, and that's, you know, we are still able to reminisce after such a long time. You know, that for me is BIT, right? I mean, yesterday I had a long call with 4 or 5 of my friends, impromptu, and that's the thing that will stay forever.
Thank you, Parichai sir, for that funny and emotional words of yours towards the end. It's really sad to hear that you lost one of your batchmates, and I'm pretty sure that we have had a lot of losses both in our families and friends, and that is one of the reasons that we had the idea of this webinar. Let's relive the happy memories to have some kind of sanity back in our lives. Thank you so much, sir. Now we move to Rahul, sir. So Rahul, sir, one thing from BIT which would stay with you.
Yeah, I think somebody has muted me.
Rahul, sir, I think we can hear you.
I'm muted. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. I had put on my access through my mobile. That's why you must be getting an echo. I'll just put that off if you don't mind. Just
Sure,
give me a second, please.
Ashish, what is the final count?
Sir, right now we are at 85.
Okay.
So we had touched 100.
Yeah, we touched 101 at the max, sir. Currently we are 85. So Ashish sir, we have got a message from Rahul sir again that the host has muted him. So can you just check if we can unmute him?
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you how to do participants here. I'll show you. See. Participants.
Yeah.
How many?
Close.
Thanks, Ashish. So
No problem, sir.
before I start, I must admit that I was tutored yesterday on when I gave an invitation to my batchmates. We have a Zoom call in our batch every Saturday night, organized by Chawla, who is also here. He sets it up for us. And we talk a lot of things which are relevant, of course, to our age and connected with our times in BIT. So I was tutored and I was supposed to speak on how BIT prepared us for all the challenges coming ahead. So I think preparation for life generally is a consequence, and the inputs can't be generally related to life in BIT. It's your upbringing, your school, your college, and thereafter, and later on family and wife, and so on. So I think my biggest takeaway from college, BIT, was the relationships, basically, that we built over there. And those relationships involuntarily happened. We were not working voluntarily to create those relationships. We just lived our life over there. And relations happened there. And we are feeding off those relationships now as we move into the, if I can call it the twilight, not yet. I'm just 60. So as we move into the later ages of our life, we are feeding on those relationships now. I can't explain how by just being on the campus, you could kind of these relationships, you could get engaged with people, because those engagements and relationships manifested much later. Right? And of course, those relationships were strongest with your batchmates. Right? Why I say so is there were guys in my batchmates whom I have not spoken to or just exchanged a hi more than a handful of times. But we are like buddies, we stay across cities, across probably countries, but when we get on a chat or thing, we are like, long time buddies. So that happens. There are guys, a couple of guys at least I remember, with whom I broke up, because of differences of opinion right in the first year of college. And today, I can just call them up, talk to them, and whenever the ice breaking or whatever happened, it was just like nothing had happened between us. That was quite amazing. And also, good friends then, about 30 of us in our batch every year make a trip. Bachelors by and large till now, there's been resistance to include the spouses. You guys need to guess why. And we meet this year, of course, because of COVID, it couldn't happen. And we have good Samaritans. Mahesh is here. He normally organizes it. Mahesh, DV Mahesh from our batch. You need somebody in the batch who cements these things, does these things, shares and brings about. Right. That's a fun trip. We have about 3 nights. We did it in Bangkok, Pattaya, Kerala, Visakhapatnam, Goa. So this year we missed the 6th one. Then, and of course, it's fun time. They're just being with each other, sharing our stories. A number of stories come up. Guys share stories which happened in BIT, which we wouldn't have been aware of, but which we can well relate to and connect to and understand. We also meet up at marriages and events. Somebody's daughter is getting married. So there is family time, family get together. Yeah, at least 2 marriages we've done, and they've been great, fantastic events. And most of us are on the threshold of 60. Right now, we are having Zoom parties celebrating 60th birthday, senior citizens.
Interesting.
Right, because most of us are crossing that threshold now. And again, in Bangalore, we are about 5 of us here. And, it's such a pleasure for us to meet up whenever anybody from our batch is visiting over there. Right? And thanks to social media, we keep on learning and unlearning a lot of things which are relevant for us and relevant for our well-being today. So I would rate that. Of course, needless to say that wherever we travel, if there's a BIT in there, and especially your batchmate, then he's all the help and hospitality is available, goes without saying, that's assumed. Right? He just has to call up and say whether he's going, his children are going, relative is going, the BIT and the batchmate is there to host you, take care of you, take care of your needs. So that's how it's been. I would say that the relationships we built there is, I mean, I did think back when they told me, what is it that you carried back? And I thought this was the best thing because I feed off it, I mean, all the time. So that's the best group to check out anything unabashedly. You don't want to hide anything, right? So things that could be embarrassing in front of the family, you're able to share there. And we can be ourselves like we were with Gay Abandon in college times. So that's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rahul sir. I mean, rightly said, relationships are probably the best thing that all of us took away from BIT. Now, going back to Kinney sir again, the way we started the webinar, we'll again go back to him to find out what he believes is part of the part from BIT, which will stay with him all through. Kinney sir, please.
Vineet, I'm on my third drink, almost finished the third drink.
Okay, interesting.
So this is from the heart.
Yeah.
There are three things about BIT and Ranchi. Okay. One thing is my Hindi is much better now.
Okay.
As a result, I speak to strangers in Bangalore in Hindi. In the fish market, with my drivers. Of course, my Hindi is mixed with Bhojpuri, mixed with a lot of Punjabi words. That's number one.
Right.
Number two is, I must thank BIT. Thanks to it, I became an electronic engineer. Okay, it would have been impossible without Ranchi University and the Ministry of Education, Karpuri Thakur, who doled out grace marks every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That's number two. And after being an electronic engineer, I was unemployed for almost 2 years. And the only employer that those days was Bharat Electronics and ECIL and Defense Labs. And they all wanted toppers, And so I worked without salary for almost 2 years in DRDO, and they absorbed me as a senior scientific assistant. And I worked there for 3 years. And I really picked up electronics and communication there. I could handle network analyzers, spectrum analyzers, ICs and all. So I have a fairly good grasp of electronics, even at the age of 74. And I'm still in a business which revolves around electronics and telecommunication. That was the second aspect. Third aspect is Ranchi. I married a Ranchi girl.
Oh,
and
wow.
we are happily married for the last 45 years. Okay. That's
sir,
my story.
Yeah, effectively the 540 rupees you invested in your money order gave you much more worth back, right? So I think that was worth the investment.
I mean, that is destiny for you. Okay.
Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience of what from BIT will stay with you. So now we will go to the audience questions. So I would request the audience to write questions in the chat window. It could be directly to any of the panelists, or it could be a generic question which any of the panelists could take up. But before we go there, one thing that we need to do is we need a group picture which will be posted on the BITOSA forums. So I would request all of you to switch on your cameras for a couple of minutes, please. Everyone on the call, switch on your cameras for just a couple of minutes so that we can take some photographs of this webinar. And it will be posted across all the BIT forums that we have. So Ashish sir, you and team are ready to click the pictures?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah. So all of you look straight in your cameras and smile a bit while the pictures are being taken. Ashish sir, you also need to smile. You will also
just
be
1
on the
second, just
screen.
1 second.
Yeah. Okay.
Vineet, you are a professional. You handled this beautifully. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate your kind words. We still have a few more minutes of some interesting things remaining. So just hang on. Once we have the picture done, we will post these pictures. We will have the collage of photos shared by different batches that we have received during the registration time, which will be displayed on the screen. So everybody will get to see the photos of different batches, right from the 60s till the current batch.
Okay, so I think we'll first show the collage and then we'll take the picture.
Okay, sure. So let's first see the photographs submitted by the different batches of BIT, and then we'll go for the photo. Yes, sir, Ashish, sir, go ahead, please.
Wow.
Just 1 second, I'm making it a full screen. So this has come from all various, individuals.
Very interesting.
I'm just trying to.
ना सकोगे तुम नहीं होगे अगले पे जाओ
Okay, so these are from the 2K batch.
Yeah, just 1 second again.
कंप्यूटर पे उंगली नहीं चल रहा है तुम्हारा
Okay, guys, while we are trying to get the photo collage up and running, one funny incident shared by one of our alumni. So Rishi Mittal, sir, most of you would be aware of him. So he has shared that once he went to drop off the seniors to Ranchi station. So the seniors were going to Calcutta post their semester. He went to drop them off to the Ranchi station, and he went with them to Calcutta and stayed there for 3 days. So that was one quite a hilarious incident that was shared. Yeah, so we have the photos up and running. Okay, so these photos I can see are from the 2K batch.
These are some photos from the 95 batch and I think 97 batch.
Okay, interesting. Lovely.
And I think, yeah, this I don't remember from which batch, but I think I see Seema there.
Ashish, can you put up my 1964 photo BIT ID card?
Sir, give me 2 minutes. I'll just have that one while we continue with the discussion.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So guys, moving back to the discussion, I would need questions that you have for the panelists. So all the audience members, if you have any queries for the audience, for the panelists, please type in the chat window and we will take it up. Okay, so we have a question. Since when has the site for swimming pool board in BIT been? So anyone in the panel knows about it? From what time in BIT did we have the site for swimming pool board?
I think currently there is no swimming pool or something. Like I have never heard about that.
Okay, so no site for swimming pool right now. Nobody knows from what time it was there, but at least today it is not there.
Yes.
Okay, so any questions for the panelists, please?
How many students are there in BIT now? Total, right from first year to final year?
Like engineering only or all the courses?
All the students, all the disciplines.
I think 5,000 to 6,000.
Wow, wow. That's fantastic.
Okay, guys, I think we are not getting any queries as such directly from the audience. So, Ashish sir, we are ready for the photographs. Can we ask everyone to come on the screen?
What is the mess foot like?
Ashish sir, you're there. I'm not sure if Ashish sir is still there on the call. I would
Yeah,
request.
Vineet, just 1 second. I just first put up Kinesa's photograph. You can just.
Okay, so we have a question. Since when has been the Baba legacy been there in BIT? So anyone wants to answer that? Any of the panelists? The Baba legacy in BIT? Okay, so somebody replies since BIT started. Eternity. Quite interesting.
Did you guys ever have this Adivasi fair every year?
Yes, sir. That is Heritage Night.
No, real Adivasi fair. We used to go this once in a year, and we had a lot of problems there. I mean, there were Adivasis were drunk, our students were drunk, and we used to have fights and knife injuries and all this stuff.
I think not
Very
now,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah,
So
that's yours truly 50 years ago, 56 years ago.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. You
And
have
the
preserved that
ID
card
card
and.
is signed by the principal.
Oh, wow.
Principal
Very
was
nice.
and your roll number was 20?
20 by 64, yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay, great. So
Thanks, Vineet.
You're welcome, sir. So Ashish sir, can we now have the photograph for the whole group?
Yes.
Yes. So all the audience members, please come online. Please switch on your cameras and smile a bit for the camera. It would be posted on all the Bidosa forums online.
Perfect.
Done?
Done.
Okay, so I think there's one more question. I think this will be most suited for Rahul sir. Somebody has asked the question, which was the most popular whiskey brand in the 70s? So Rahul sir, would you want to take it? Which was the most popular whiskey brand in
this
BIT?
after Rahul.
Yeah, sir, please. You can, both of you can answer this. Definitely.
Yeah, let Rahul answer first.
Yeah, Rahul sir. Rahul sir is muted. Ashish sir, if you can just unmute Rahul sir, please.
Yeah, good question. I'll tell you. I think the objective of drinking in college for us, by and large, was to get ular, to get high.
Right.
It didn't matter really what we drank as long as we got high. And choice of drink came only after you started earning your own money. So the choice I shared in the chat was Karra, Maua, Santi. These were the local available stuff. And then there was some more potent stuff which was available in the Ormanji Dhaba. That time it wasn't. That later I think came to be known. It was just starting that place when we joined. And it was called Ormanji Dhaba because most of the guys used to go to Khalsa Dhaba. There was a very nasty incident. I don't know about whether you guys know about it. When we were in college, when we were in probably pre-final year, there was a confrontation, an armed confrontation because between the students, BITians and the Adivasis, en route to the college. And Khalsa Dhaba was also supposed to be an instigator's type, and he lost his business. People stopped going to his place from the campus after. One guy lost his life in the confrontation that time because the villagers surrounded us, guys. Everybody from the college, guys, this is one thing which we need to caution youth against, hot-blooded stuff. Some rumors came in that guys were attacked on the way. The whole college, a number of guys, big crowd, ganged up, walked up to the highway almost, and then they found themselves surrounded by the villagers with bows, arrows, sickles, whatever. And then there was a big run. All the heroes, so to say, from college showed up their true colors there. Half a dozen guys or more had got injured, hospitalized, and the college was closed sine die. I had just left campus, luckily. Exams were over, and I read the news in Mumbai where I had gone. So coming back to the whiskey, we got to see good whiskey. What is that called? Indian-made foreign liquor. We got to see that only when one of the rich guys, local guys, brought a bottle to campus. Could share it with his friends, and so no brand. I saw one of the photos, guys sharing signature. That would have been a luxury for us in our times.
Interesting. Very interesting.
That was about whiskey. Over to Kinney. He wants to share about whiskey
Naveen,
brand in college.
Yeah. This is one of the habits we picked up right from the first year. And of course, none of us had money. So our favorite drink was a government distilled arak called, I think, 72 or 75 or something, which meant that percentage of alcohol in it. It was 12 annas for a bottle, and you return the empty bottle, you get 4 annas back. Okay.
Awesome.
And we used to have it with the thara with Fanta. Fanta was 40 paisa or 45 paisa those days. And I never saw whiskey until in end of final year, somebody brought a bottle of IOML called Black Knight or something. This is only whiskey. Otherwise, we used to have thara most of the time. And when we wanted to celebrate, we used to get the rum from the daba. Military rum smuggled through the daba, and we used to pay 7.5 rupees those days. Okay, that was the best thing. Talking about drinking, if you have time, I want to talk about one guy. He was not from our batch. He was 1 year senior to us. And Rahul, you may remember him. His name was Saumin Chatterjee. He was a hero material, good-looking fellow. He participated in athletics. He was a footballer. He was a singer. He was everything. And he was a heavy drinker and heavy smoker. In spite of that, he maintained his good looks, physique, and he also ended up as the president of a student association.
Wow.
And when this colleges used to close down, there were a couple of times we never went home or went to Calcutta. We stayed in the hostel. The hostels were deserted. We were only 4 or 5 or 6 students, including Saumin Chatterjee. I got to know him better those days because we used to drink together. We probably drowned gallons of Hercules rum those days, And I came to know him. He used to sing, speak from his heart, a very good person. But unfortunately, he carried on his habits even after college. And I don't know what happened to him. I knew he was in Calcutta, either with a government company or something. And I passed away 5-6 years ago. That was one instance, who really drank too much at that age, at the age of 18, 19, 20, people from my batch will remember him, and none of the preceding batch may not know him at all.
Right. So thank you, sir, for sharing this. Thank you, Rahul, sir, also for sharing all the lovely unknown brands and the local unknown unsung heroes of brands of local darus that we never got to come across. It was quite interesting. And before we go for the closure of this webinar, we have already shot beyond time by 30 minutes. It has been such an engaging discussion knowing about the BIT lives of all you esteemed panelists, as well as the active involvement of the audience. So before we go for the closure, we would just like to highlight the support that we have received from the Bitosa team, specific people who have worked day in, day out, beyond their normal work, gone beyond what was required to ensure that this happens well. So Ashish sir, if you could please project the names of all the people who have worked to make this a success. So these are the people who have worked right from the conceptualization stage to doing all the event marketing, all the collaterals, reaching out to people, making that effort from the, especially taking out time from their normal work lives. So Ashish sir, if you can please display that.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute.
Sure. In the meanwhile, till the time it comes on display, I think we have more or less covered all that we intended to in today's webinar. So while that happens, I would request, once that is done, Ramesh sir to come up and give the closing remarks once Ashish sir has displayed the name of all the volunteers on the screen.
Vineet, you can close it yourself. That should be fine.
Maybe
Okay.
if somebody else wants to share something, he or she can.
Yeah.
Time in BIT. Do we have time for that?
We have already, sir, crossed we are 32 minutes beyond the promised time, but yeah, we can. If somebody has to share something interesting, we can definitely take that up. Okay, so guys, this is the entire team of Bitosa, which has worked day in, day out on ensuring that this is a success. So we hope we have included everyone's name here. Okay, any other comments or questions, or we can just wrap it off now? Okay, nothing else from anyone. So I think that's it. A great way to spend Sunday evening with all of you. Sunday morning for people who are joining in from the western part of the world. Fantastic experience. I hope it was lovely for you guys as well. And hopefully we should be joining in again in about a quarter's time. We are planning to make it a quarterly event, and we should hopefully join again in about 3 months' time for the next version with a different set of audience across batches to share their memories. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a privilege and an honor talking with you all and with interacting with the audience. Till the next time we catch up again. Bye-bye.
Bye, Vineet.